aje, karibuni sana. It's Shiro Wangige tena, we are here. And this is Women's View. Karibuni sana. I welcome you so much to pick on something. Every time we come here, we have something to pick on. And we have a topic na tutaendelea nayo sahi. How have you been? Ebu niambie, umekuwa aje since the last time we've been here, we've interacted. Tell me how your days have been anyway. And today, before I even start, I want you to know that it is equally important that you're there. And every time you wake up in the morning and you're alive, you're healthy, it's a privilege. Like, it's a precious privilege. When you wake up in the morning, you are breathing well, you're laughing, you can smile, you're enjoying your life, you can think, you can do anything. That's just so much to be grateful for. Regardless of what your life has, regardless of what you're going through, as long as you're alive, it's a good day, it's a new day. You just wake up, push on your life, and that is a day that is supposed to count in your life. The best day ever. So every time, every day, make it a new day. Enjoy your life, by the way. It is simple and your life must be sweet, like lazima. Because you're alive and you're breathing, you're not paying anyone to breathe. You're not paying anyone for your happiness. So your happiness is so important. So every time you wake up and you're okay, thank God. That day counts. Just be joyful, make it count, make it a happy day. Don't make it ipotele kwa stress. So that's why we are here, by the way. And today, as Shiro Wangige, I've brought up a very interesting topic with a guest, obvious. Today, we are going to talk about secondary infertility journey with a person here I have. Na nafurahia sana that we are going to take this topic not just alone, but with someone who at least experienced it. I know if it's not going to help you, it's going to help someone, your friend or relatives. So I want you to tune in and also to keep up with the conversation. Our social media handles, we are GBS TV Africa. Our SMS line is 21144. Keep up with the conversation. Keep comments, bring anything that is in your mind, anything, just put it down there and we are going to see it and we keep this conversation running together. So help me welcome my guest, karibu sana, and say hi to our viewer, at least akujue, ajue wewe ni nani.
Okay, thank you so much. My name is Veronica Nyongesa, a teacher by professional. I'm a waiting room and an endometriosis warrior. Thank you for hosting me.
Wow. Thank you so much for coming. I know when I see you, I see an inspiring person, and I feel the world needs to know why are you, when you know, if the word inspiring is a person, then I will choose you. And then that's why I thought it was good to come interact with my viewer, and then you share out, and you know, we are women, you know, it's women's view. Yeah, we have to talk, and that's why you're here. And thank you so much even for accepting to share your story even before you start. So I know that when we are talking about secondary infertility, maybe unaweza ambia viewer inamaanisha aje, anashindwa secondary, primary and tertiary. So what is secondary infertility?
I would say secondary infertility is, maybe I will explain it in a layman's language. Let's say maybe you had a baby, then after having the baby, when you try for the second born or the third born, then you find maybe things are not working out as per you expected.
Yeah, and that now becomes secondary infertility. Give us your story, Vero.
Thank you. So I'm a mother of one, a daughter of 10 years. Yes. In 2016, 2015, when I got married 2015, I tried for the second born. As usual, when you get married, there is that excitement.
Yeah.
You need to have another baby, etc., etc. So we tried having the baby. We visited the gynecologist. First, we tried for like 6 months. It was not working for us. Then we decided to visit a gynecologist. That is 2017.
The both of you now?
Yeah. No, me first, before my partner.
It just started to alarm you?
Yeah, it started to alarm me. Then we visited a gyna. When I visited the gyna, of course, several tests were done. After the tests were done, I was diagnosed with blocked tubes. Then my doctor told me, now that it is blocked tubes, you only have one option. You have two options, either to do a laparoscopy, that is to unblock the tubes, or I do an IVF.
Let me cut you short. So when the doctor told you you have blocked tubes, did he try to explain why would I have it? And unajua unaanza kujiuliza, blocked tubes na niko na mtoto already. Alijaribu kukueleza, or did you have those questions in your mind that you wanted answers?
Actually, the doctor I was following up with, that is my gyna, was not that person who was so, maybe I can say so aggressive, or maybe friendly, or maybe human enough to explain all those.
Okay.
Mi nimeenda scan, aliniandikia scan HSG. Nimeenda scan. Nimerudi nampatia the results. Actually, I went for a scan in another hospital. The report was not made. I think the radiologist maybe felt I'll be broken down or something.
Okay, so he did not want
to. He just gave me the images,
okay,
but never wrote a report. When I took the images to the doctor is telling me, this seems to be blocked tubes.
Okay.
So blocked tubes, msichana kitu utafanya? Hii sasa, either tuende theater tufungue hizo tubes, ama ufanyiwe IVF. So
just like
home,
that.
Go home and think about it. IVF is 400,000. Full stop.
Wow, that was hostile. Okay,
just like that, and then full stop.
So, and then there is you.
So there is me.
Mwenye amegongwa na hiyo shock.
Yeah. Na uko kwa clinic, unafaa uende nyumbani.
Like how are you like that time? You were alone?
I was with another friend because we just passed by the doctor's office. We were from town. So actually, I never shared with a friend. I just walked out of the room, very much quiet. I took my insurance card and went home. Then we went home. So when we went home, now breaking the news to my partner was another story.
And uko umebreak even your friend?
No.
If your friend was asking and you were quiet?
No, I just told her. She asked, sasa kunaenda aje? Nikamwambia wewe twende tu nyumbani, tutarudi.
Okay.
Wacha niende nyumbani niongee na Brian, tutarudi.
Brian, now your husband.
Yeah. So that same day I never talked, so I broke the news the following day.
Okay.
So breaking the news, the guy is like, ni sawa. Like, it's not a big deal.
Hakuelewa.
Like, yeah, naona tu, it is something, asema tu ni sawa. Wacha tuone vile kutaenda, lakini tuko na mtoto isikupatie pressure.
Okay.
Then I'm like, I'm expecting you to be like, unataka uniambie sasa hiyo IVF tutafanya nini, or what can we do, or can we seek advice from another gyna, etc. But it was very much comfortable.
It bothered you how calm he was?
It was like, you are not even caring.
You started thinking on that.
Or is it that maybe he's having another alternative, he's having another woman maybe out there?
So you heard all that?
Yeah. So we talked, of course, to friends. We start now sharing to friends. Now people will tell you, go try this herb, try this traditional herb, nunua ya Masai, nunua sijui ya wapi. Actually, I took.
Oh, yeah?
Several of them. Then just one day, we made now in 2016, 2017. Then my menses just missed for the first time ever. I went and tested, then it was positive.
You are pregnant?
I'm pregnant.
Wow.
Of course, we were excited.
And you, wait a minute. After the doctor, the gyna had told you this is what you should do, and then you told your husband, he was like, it's okay. You know, I also feel, from me, it was a good thing. Maybe he did not want to worry you or to feel tension in him. Like, you know I'm your husband. Even if I'm not telling you to seek other advice from other people, I don't want to worry you too. Unaona? So after the doctor had told you muende, mulienda, ama you just...
We never went.
You did not?
We never went. We just kept quiet. Then my husband advised me to maybe seek advice from other people, maybe try these herbals.
And you tried?
Yeah, I tried. Actually, even Google, we tried to Google how to unblock tubes. Yeah, there was some therapy there, or massage with olive oil, etc. We tried. Yeah, so he's the one who gave me and go ahead, talk to people.
Yeah, to seek advice, because obvious people, kuna wenye wamepitia.
Yeah, kuna wenye wamepitia, of course. And also some stories, Facebook, social media also helped me so much. There is this group called Waiting Wombs. So when I joined the Waiting Wombs is when I got, some people were unblocking, the tubes were being unblocked through the traditional medicines. So you just try. It was just a try.
Yeah, you know that time you just want to try anything that works for you. So now you're pregnant.
I'm pregnant. I went for a scan. Oh, actually, I did a home test, a pregnancy test. That is a home test with a strip. It was positive. I was like, ni ukweli kweli. I went for a scan.
You are also doubting.
Yeah, I went for a scan. When ultrasound was done, a pelvic ultrasound, there was a sac. So that one confirms I'm pregnant. So 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. One day we were just washing clothes. I was very much well. We did our home chores. Then at night, I start feeling some cramping. Cramping, kidogo, bleeding. So I took some painkiller, the Buscopan painkiller. The following morning, I went to hospital. So going to the hospital, it was said that it is a threatened abortion. Wakajaribu treatment, but unfortunately, ikapotea hivyo. Yeah. Wow. So I'm back to square zero. But someone told me, kama umeshika mimba hata kama imetoka, bado unaweza conceive. So don't worry.
And how is your husband that time?
Actually, my husband has been so very much supportive. I think mimi ndio na breakdown sana.
Okay.
I feel so hurt, so broken. But for him, he's very much strong. Yeah, he was with me during that time. Healing process, he was there with me, encouraging me. He was saying it will be well. Kama umepata hii, hata mwingine atakuja tu. Yeah.
You know, also I am also relating with, there is also a lady I had hosted a while ago, and you know, she was saying some women just want to be pregnant now. Just being pregnant, hata kama ita last, because some even, not even secondary, primary. Infertility. And maybe I'm just trying to think they were giving you hope because obviously there is hope.
Yeah.
And then you're from there.
So I'm from there. I received the medication. I went back to my feet. I continued with the journey. So there is this group that really gave me a lot of hope. It is called Waiting Wombs in Facebook.
Waiting Wombs.
Waiting Wombs. So Waiting Wombs, like the founder decided to give that name as Waiting Wombs because out there people who don't conceive kawaida wanaitwa tasa, all those bad names. But for her, she encourages us. Our wombs are waiting. Sisi sio tasa. Tasa unajua ni kitu kama, it is like blank, like something that nothing can be done there, like even not a desert, because a desert you can irrigate and plant something. So for her, just that name Waiting Womb,
it was enough in encouraging.
Yeah, it was so encouraging. And people share their stories. There are those who have been waiting for more than even 20 years, 12 years, and they conceive.
Wow.
Others even, they have gone for the IVF, like 4 or 5 times IVF, and they have never conceived. So when I read those stories, then I feel encouraged, and I keep on going.
And then you realize you're not the only person who is going through. There's other people.
Yes, and even the pressure also comes down.
Sure.
So I've been following that group. Usually we have a slogan, I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough.
Wow.
My
For
uterus
the waiting
yes,
womb, I am enough.
I am enough. So just that term, I'm enough, keeps me going. So in 2018, 2019, 2018 again, I conceived for like, actually it was 8 weeks, and again I lost the pregnancy. That one now, it was an explained miscarriage. It was unexplained. It was just the same way like the first one. Bleeding just starts from nowhere, cramping, severe cramping, then bleeding. Then that story is good.
And were you aware? Like, because after the first one, did you continue seeking medical care?
Yes, I continued seeking medical care. Now I changed my gyna. I decided to change my gyna. So when I changed my gyna, the gyna that I started following diagnosed me. I had cysts. There was a time I had very extreme painful periods. To an extent, for 1 week I couldn't report for work. Immediately my period starts, the first 7 days, I can't even wake up, I can't do anything, it is just flat, vomiting, I'm very painful, I don't want anyone to talk to me, I don't want noise, all those things. So,
also, now, before the
after the first miscarriage,
after, okay.
Yeah.
You know, it started to become that painful?
Extremely painful, extremely painful. So, I got another group, endometriosis. So I started following the group. People were sharing this painful. Actually, it was a billboard that I read just in town about the endometriosis. Then they were saying, don't keep quiet. If you have those painful periods, don't keep quiet. Visit a gyna.
Okay.
So I shared with my husband, and then we visited a gyna, now a different one. So when I visited that gyna is when he diagnosed me with endometriosis. Then I had a very big cyst that was full of pus. So that one was the one that was making me to feel that pain. Even I couldn't move my left leg.
Okay.
Like during that time, ni kubebwa na bebwa. Jio mguu haiwezi songa. Ukiguza hiyo mguu sasa, like pain natoka kwa kichwa mpaka kwa miguu. Everywhere is painful. My fingers are painful. The toes are painful.
So it was that painful?
It was that painful.
Okay.
So when I went to this gyna, I did the TVA scans, the pelvic scans, the tests, everything. Then I was diagnosed with endometriosis. So I was on medication for 4 months. So after those 4 months, I was going for 1 injection every month. 1 injection every month. It's called the Lupride injection for 4 months.
So the pus, how are they removing it, or it's through the medication?
It was just through the medication. I was given the antibiotics. Actually, I was there. The first day I went, when I was in that pain, he had opted we do an operation. But me, I was not ready. I told him no.
Why? You know, it's just
like me I've just come. Mi nimekuja unipatie tu kama ni painkiller. Me I was just telling him, mi nidunge tu tramadol. Ukindunga tramadol
itakuwa sawa.
Itakuwa
because
sawa.
of the pain you were feeling. And then you never thought it would be that. It's just period, you know.
It's just menses too painful, too cramping, unaenda operation aje.
Ni vile yangu imekuwa extreme. Just give me some
painkillers, strong painkillers, then I'll be well. Then from the discussion, my doctor was very friendly. He agreed with us. Then he just akasema cha nikuwe kwa hii medication. Ikikata is when we will go for the operation. I said yes. So
just to cut you short, did he explain why are you having pus?
Yeah.
Was it from the miscarriage, or was it from where?
Okay, from the way he explained, it was like a pelvic inflammatory disease. It is called PID. Yeah. And PID, usually, when you have a miscarriage, and maybe your DNC haikufanywa vizuri, ndio itakos kitu kama hiyo.
Yeah, okay.
So I think the first miscarriage I had, nilienda tu kwa clinic, ndio walinisaidia. Sikuenda kwa
a
doctor.
good host. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
So I think the shida ilianzia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I quite also feel it's good to seek the best medical care,
Yeah.
especially when you're going through something like that. It's
A
not
professional, in fact.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Professional. And also, where you said you learned about
Endometriosis.
endometriosis kwa billboard.
Yeah.
That's information. You know, people don't have information.
Yeah, there are those who don't have that information.
Yeah, it's not easy. You know, if a person, okay, there are women who very many times complain of very painful menses and heavy, and then they think it's normal. You know, they say, siku hizi niko hivyo. But it's just lack of information.
Yeah.
And I feel, anyway, I appreciate how concerned you are. You know, many people could just disregard.
Yeah.
Like, hiyo ni jina gani sasa? But to you, you are concerned.
Yeah, I was concerned. Yeah.
Wow, that's information is good.
So I was on the treatment for 4 months, endometriosis. From that time, actually up to now, that is from 2019 up to now, I don't have any pain.
Wow. Ikaisha tu.
Iliisha tu.
And the menses are now normal.
They are very normal. So wakati ilisha, so daktari akaniambia, now let's now start the secondary infertility journey. So we started it, akaniweka kwa fertility optimization, whereby you are being given the fertility drugs that boost kina clomid for 3 cycles plus the calendar. Kuna huanga na ile fertility calendar unafaa kufollow. So akani-explainia venye nafaa kufollow na hizo medawa nikameza. Then I had a supplement called Promimba, hizo nilikuwa na meza. So I took it like for 3 cycles. Then again I conceived.
3 cycles, that is 3 months.
3 months. Yeah. So
okay, they were okay with you. Are they, ni zile dawa, unajua watu wanasema I'm phobic to dawa because inanipea nausea nini? Ni dawa ziko aje, yani effects zake zilikuwaje?
Watu kila mtu akona side effects zake, zina react to different bodies differently. So for my end, I was very much okay with them, but there are some people who say they wanna feel nausea, wanna feel dizzy. Okay. Yeah, wengine wako na sinuses. Yeah.
And all that time, is your husband with you?
Yeah.
And
all
your friend?
These visits that you are going, I'm with him.
Wow.
Each and every clinic, especially when we started the second gyna, the first gyna he was on and off because of his job, but this second gyna we've been together all through.
Sasa ukapata mtu serious?
Yeah.
Concerned with what you're going through?
Actually mpaka huyu ananikumbusha kliniki yangu, naweza tumiwa SMS niambiwe, Veronica, you booked for a clinic, you are booked for a clinic this and this day. So I create time and then I go. Every month I was going.
Na izile tuseme kukubrekia, unajua ule mwingine, I felt he was very hostile. I'm not telling you, I'm not saying ati ni mbaya, but I'm just feeling that was very harsh.
Yeah,
especially if that person has done it for the first time. I've come for a solution and unanigongesha tu hapo na ma information zenye zinani confuse. Yeah. And then you are done, you want to go to the next session. This one about passing information, was he encouraging? How was he? Tuanze hapo kwanza.
Okay, my doctor, he's a very good guy. Whereby huyu anasomanga moods zako.
Okay.
Ukifika hivi anaona huyu najua kitu ana expect. Yeah. The information anapass anaipass in a friendly way actually. Yeah. Okay, it is anaweza kuambia, anaweza kupatia a breaking news but anakupatia hope. Yeah. Like now after tumeanza, after endometriosis imeisha, si tumeanza hii journey. Tukaenda hizo, kwanza actually tulienda like for 3 cycles. After 3 cycles, before even I conceived, alikuwa alinituma for another HSG kuangalia tubes.
Okay, hiyo ni ya kuangalia, it's a scan.
Yeah, scan ya kuangalia fallopian tubes, if they are open or they are blocked. So I went one at German Medical, they did it, but ilipatikana iko blocked.
Iko blocked.
Iko blocked.
Wait a minute, hii time yenye una conceive bado iko blocked.
Iko blocked. I'm conceiving, but hizi tubes bado ziko blocked.
Some things are miracles, you know.
Yeah.
You just see some things and they're just miracles. I want you to pause on that point where now umeenda umetumwa and then bado the tubes are blocked.
Still.
Na you had even hint, ulikuwa umetupia hint you had conceived pia. I want us to take a very short break, turudi, then tuingie deep mpaka sahi. So, my viewer, we are here, tunaendelea, and the conversation iko hivyo vile mnaisikia. Actually, I'm feeling so much, I'm getting so much information from her story, and I'm also seeing how information as a woman is good. Don't disregard information, by the way. Anything small, anything you feel or you see or you hear from people, even if some people call it mind your own business, sometimes it's always good not to disregard some information. So let us take a very short break and then we come back and proceed with our conversation.
Everywhere, GBS.
Welcome back. Tuko hapa tunaendelea na women's view na conversation yetu yenye inatufunza. By the way, if you are tuning in right now, we are talking about secondary infertility journey with our guest who is Veronica Nyongesa, and she's sharing her story, which is has so much information and so much to get from her, and I feel it's the right person tunaongea na yeye ama tungefaa kuongea na yeye hapa. So if you are tuning in right now, keep up with the conversation. Our social media handle, we are GBS TV Africa. Our SMS line is 21144. Thank you so much, and also thank you so much for staying tuned mpaka tumalize. And remember to keep your conversation or your comments coming through. Tunaziona, by the way. Na tunaendelea bado. Veronica, thank you so much for how you get taking us through your journey. We appreciate so much. And now we are here where you are gyna, the second gyna. Amekwambia go for a scan. Hiyo yenye sielewi jina unanigonga nayo hapa. You're slapping us with his professional names. And I also love the way you understand ni nini na kuhapenia in that professional way. Hata kama niyo jina atuelewi, but wewe unaielewa jina na unaelewa what it means. So you are there, you've gone, your tubes are okay.
So for this second gyna, after amenika kwa fertility optimization journey for 3 months, then before I conceived, I was sent for an HSG scan, that is to check if the tubes are okay. Again, boom, it is blocked, actually bilateral blocked tubes. So I'm back to him with the results. He checked the results, then I read them out. Bilateral blockage tubes. This one is okay. This one is okay.
Okay.
Now, what we are going to do, I will send you to another doctor who is going to do something called tubal cannulation.
What's that?
That is now a process of unblocking the tubes.
Okay.
So you are taken to a theater, then there are some, maybe like a camera is inserted, then there is a balloon yenye inaenda kwa hiyo tubes, inaelekezwa kwa ile tubes, inasukuma hiyo maji, inatoka. Tube ikikuwa blocked, actually imekuwa blocked na maji. A fluid.
Nadhani ati imeshikana.
Hapana, it is a fluid that is inside it. So ni kuisukuma hiyo fluid itoke. Yeah.
Ikuwe sawa open.
Yeah. So before even I went for the tubal cannulation, actually that same month I conceived.
Even before
I went for it.
You are a walking miracle, girl.
Then the doctor, I called the doctor and told him, I've tested, it is positive. Then he told me, come to the clinic. I went, we did a scan. It showed the sac was there. So it means it is a positive, it is a pregnancy. Then I did some tests, everything was okay. Nikaekwa tu kwa hizo dawa za folic. Yeah, folic acid hizo, nikaanza kumeza. Everything was just okay. Ikafika mahali like in 6 weeks pressure yangu ikaanza kucheza hivi.
Okay.
Inateremka inakuwa low kabisa. But the doctor was still encouraging me, hata pressure ikiteremka kwa kawaida mtu akiwa born huanga inakuwa low. Then just one day, I think when I was around karibu 8 weeks. Again, I started feeling the cramping. I went back to the doctor. wakastabilize hiyo pain. Bleeding hakuna, ni cramping tu. Nikarudi home tena nikakaa 2-3 days, tena cramping ikazidi, nikarudi. So wakati nilirudi nayo that time it was now bleeding. So akajaribu, akaona hii kitu ni kama sasa imetoka kwa position kabisa, mtu yeye ametoka kwa position kabisa, ameteremka. Sasa ikabidi nikafanywa tu DNC. That is now miscarriage, ni kama kuoshwa tumbo in a layman language. Yeah. So we did that. I was on treatment. Then I went back home. But the doctor still ako hopeful ya kwamba I will still have to conceive.
Now, there's that part. It's the second one.
Yeah.
And this is Vero and your husband. Yeah. What was in your mind, your heart that time? And what picked you from that situation uka move on?
I will say I'm enough. That is the only thing that I said. I just said I'm enough. Where God has taken me from to where I am right now, I'm just grateful for each and everything that happens, because there are some people who usually, wengine wanaendanga hizo DNC, unapata mtu sijui uterus ilikuwa damaged, sijui tubes ilikuwa damaged, sijui nini. But for me, you can see I've conceived 3 times.
Having your tubes blocked.
Yeah, blocked, and I've conceived for 3 times.
Unajua hapo hata tuelewi. Like it's a miracle, you know?
It is a miracle, because even the doctor mwenyewe, unajua there are some things the doctor himself cannot explain to you.
Hata yeye hakuexplain.
Hakuexplain. Inafika mahali pia anakuwa na hiyo faith. Anakuambia, you know, as doctors tumesoma tu, ni vitabu tumesoma,
but there's God.
There is God, and God does miraculous.
That's the best thing. You know, even if everything that maybe you were having miscarriage and everything, I feel there is God. Why? Because if you're telling us it's you know, blockage of tube is having water kwa iyo through way, and then you are conceiving, you know, that's God. I don't know how you can explain that God has helped you, because when you look at the situation you were in, even if bado haija make, but there's a God who mwenye anani allow nina conceive even having my tubes blocked.
Yeah.
And then that's just another level.
Yeah, usually I have this verse, the Isaiah 40:31. It keeps me going. Like if I read that verse, I just feel I'm enough. Whatever people will talk, actually the society also sometimes, it can crush you. Vero, mtoto wa 10 years na hutaki kuongeza mtoto mwingine. Kwa nini hautaki kuongeza mtoto mwingine? Do you know, I just smile and then I tell you, when God's time is the best, I will call you for baby shower, I will call you kushika mtoto. But for now, I'm just hopeful that, because people wanaona ni kukataa.
Hata heri mtu
hautaki kuzaa mtoto mwingine, huyo mtoto amekuwa mkubwa sana, mtoto mdogo atakuwa anamuita auntie, etc. But this person does not know the journey that you are in. Does not know the struggles that you are in.
Yeah.
Yeye tu yake ni, like the society iko na ile mind, mtu akiolewa, as long as uko na mwanaume kwa nyumba, you are just supposed to give birth automatically.
It's an African perspective and understanding. And I would also want people to know that there are people who just decide not to have kids.
Yeah.
And doesn't mean hawana ama hawawezi. And there are also people who are going through something. And actually you've talked on something I wanted us to touch towards the end, but it's equally good that you're saying the society sometimes make people who are going through some journey like you feel like, what's the feeling, you know? Mtu akuje tu anakuuliza mbona una mtoto? Alafu, why are you even asking me that?
Exactly. So ilifika mahali when I joined the Waiting Rooms Trust group in Facebook, I felt watu walikuwa wanashare stories zao. Sometimes back it was hurting me, ndio maana nilikuwa na push wakati you remember wakati nimekuambia nimetoka hospitali niko na blocked tubes, I'm telling my husband like I feel he's not supportive. It was pressure from outside. Like people are, Naomi ako 5 years 6 years, unafaa kuwa umeleta mtoto mwingine. Kwa nini umeleta mtoto mwingine? Kama ulizaa unafaa kuzaa. Unaona?
Alafu unajua watu hawaelewi. Bado sijashika mimba. And then you have a 5-year-old girl.
Now how?
I think people should be very careful on the things we say to people.
Yeah. So the journey, ilifika mahali nikaona society mtu anakuuliza kitu, I just smile and then I tell you, God's time is the best. Usikuwe na pressure. I will call you.
And there
I
is
will
that
call for
now
the baby
you
shower.
before you and unasema the pressure from the
The
society.
pressure. Actually, it reached a time even baby showers sikuwa naenda. Juu sasa unaenda hiyo baby shower, watu wako zile za all the fingers are on you. Wewe pia unafaa ukuwa unaleta second born. Unafaa ukuwa unaleta second born. Hutakuwa unachangianga tu wengine, hata wewe tunataka kukuchangia. So I felt ilifika mahali I felt like stucky. Then when I was seeing a pregnant woman also, you feel like, why is she pregnant and I'm not? When you walk in the streets, unapata mtu ni ako hizi street families, mtu ako na mimba, na a mad person ako na mimba, unapata ako na watoto kwa street. Like wewe unaishi maisha mzuri, dieting, everything you are doing. Why are you not conceiving? But immediately I joined the waiting room's trust. Everything just flow. I didn't gain weight. I was like 52, 51 kg because I am like 63.
So you are saying the group supported you emotionally, everything.
So spiritually, emotionally. Usually the group is very much open. If you want to share anything, you post. If you want the post to be anonymous, you inbox the founder and the editor Hadassah Trip. When you inbox, at a post kwa group anonymously, then you will get feedback
from people without even knowing that it's you. It has not come from your account direct.
If you want even the guidance, she can post for you. The issue, if you have any other issue, you can post in that group, then you will get feedback. So from there is when I got encouraged, and that is why I'm here.
And that is why you now ile kitu ikakutoka. You no longer feel like vile watu wanako kila saa.
Hata pressure. Ilikuanga unangoja periods zikiisha. Uende ukikaa kidogo hivi, uangalie ovulation yako. Like everything I was doing, but for now sina pressure.
You are monitoring everything.
Everything. Even dieting. Wanakwambia usikule hii, kula hii, usikule hii, kula hii. Everything I was doing. But for now I'm eating everything. I'm living just a normal life. I just tell God, when the best time is, you will make it happen.
You will make it happen that time.
At your own time.
You are just an encouragement, you know. If there's anyone outside there, you know, or yourself, or she has gone through that, and you know, she's even giving you platforms where you can go and get help, and also have people who at least are relating to the journey that most of the women go through nowadays, especially. And also I feel as the world, it's not good to ask someone utazaa lini. Watu tuache kuuliza hiyo, by the way. Let us stop asking people. Let's mind our business, by the way, kabisa. Don't, if you want to ask her, by the way, if she's your friend, but don't just come and we are in baby shower and hata wewe upate nini, uko na mtoto hapo because umezaa, unakuja kutembelewa alafu unamwambia pia wewe pata. That's so wrong, by the way. You've heard from her that it's not good. She never felt good when people were asking her, utaleta mtoto mwingine lini. So let us watch our mouth, because what you say might be hurting someone, and it's very wrong for us to have something that is hurting someone else. So Vero, you were telling us now you've gone to the gyna. Sasa amekupea hiyo information hivyo, and then ume lose alafu.
So after losing the baby, have a talk with him, but still again it is unexplained miscarriage. Everything is okay. Everything is okay. So yeah, he just encouraged us to be hopeful. So I talked to the doctor. I told him to maybe I have some break kidogo. Then when I'll be ready is when I'll get back to him.
Anyway, your story is so much encouraging. Now, there is that woman outside there, or a lady, and she has gone through much rejection. How have been your family, your relatives, leave alone your friends? You know, friends, unaweza achana na wao, like, if you don't want to support me, it's okay, just live my life. What about your family and his family?
I will start with my family. My family, especially my dad, is such a prayerful guy. And my dad has been praying and praying and praying. But I'm hopeful that one day God will answer his prayers.
Yeah.
Because hata yeye anakaanga hivyo anafikiria, Actually, I forgot to mention, I'm the only girl with 5 boys. So anakaanga hivi anafikiria, anaona tu venye nitatupwa nje. Actually an African society ni hivyo inakuanga, ukikaa kama hujazaa mtoto ama kama umezaa mtoto wa kisichana na unazaa mtoto wa kijana, kuna kuanga na issues. For him najua haniongeleshangi, but sometimes naenda home unasikia asubuhi akiomba, I feel like anakuanga na kauoga, ni kama uoga, ni kama anaona sitakuwa comfortable, ni kama anani pressure, like anafeel ni kama ananiwekea pressure. But he's such a prayerful guy. And also my mom has been very supportive, very supportive. Yeye anakuambianga tu, mom, wakati ikifika ni sawa, wewe usijipatie pressure. You can just continue with your daily life, daily things, unafanya tu vitu zako. Things will just open up.
They will fall into place.
They just fall into place. And the other side, actually there is no direct pressure, but the pressure is indirect. Yeah, I won't say that any of my in-laws mwenye ameni approach directly, hakuna. But now I can, from my own point of view, I can feel the pressure is indirect. Yeah.
Now I want you to talk to that person outside there, maybe mwenye anapitia something relating to yours, or rather kama yako kabisa, and let her be that bold woman like you are, you know, because I've related with her and she's such an amazing lady, and actually if she'll not tell you she has gone through this, she will encourage everyone in the house. Hata huwezi jua ama anapitia anything, or rather anafeel anything, and I feel this is the spirit we should adopt. And also, even if you're not going through the same, we should be people like her, encouraging others, those who are broken. So talk to someone who is somehow broken and doesn't know nitaanza wapi hivyo.
Okay, to anyone who is watching us today and is in a fertility journey, let me say a fertility, on a waiting womb journey, be it is it primary or secondary, you are enough. The way you are enough. I will advise you, your uterus is not a business to anyone else, or is not, let me say it's not someone else's business. Kindly, you are enough. Get encouraged with Isaiah 40:31.
Amen.
Yeah. And everything, just be hopeful, everything will fall into place.
At its own time.
At its own time.
And now, you know, when you're saying that, your gyna, vile ulimwambia uta take break, he's hopeful throughout.
He just told me that is the best step I've taken. If I feel like stepping down and then take a break, that is, if that will make me comfortable, that is very much okay.
That is what.
Because something else about fertility, usiwahi jipea pressure, na usiwahi jipea stress. It will not happen.
Sasa ni aje?
Be just easy. Tulia tu, hizi vitu zita fall in place. Because the more you pressure, the more you get frustrated. Because tuseme ni hormonal imbalance. Umejieka pressure, unapata BP imepanda. Blood pressure ikipanda, hautahudumiwa, hii tutaanza kuhudumia blood pressure. But if you just be easy, everything will just fall into place. Everything will just fall into place.
And then I want you to, what do you do to distract yourself from your past and move on? Ni nini unajua mtu anasema mimi nimejaribu. Like there are people who say that I've tried to let go and I can't. I'm not even concentrating, I can't distract myself. What do you do? Social life, nini? Ni nini inakusaidia kumove on?
Actually, in social life, I just say I participate in charity organizations like easy kupada up a girl, menstruation, hygiene, and also hizo events za waiting rooms I usually attend. Endometriosis kukiwa nayo I usually attend. Like I'm just busy doing something, and also reading the Bible. Usually it really makes me to be hopeful. Inakumeka unakuwa hopeful. Hizi vitu zingine actually unazisahau tu. Do something. You can hata unaweza tu amua ukuu una visit even the sick. You can actually say after nimeachana na hizi stories za kutafuta mtoto nini nime fall in love na watoto sana. Most of my friends wenye wanapata mtoi, wenye wako na mimba, I'm in their journey. Mpaka
Wow.
venye mtu anapata mtu.
And it
The first
doesn't
few-
affect
Imagine
you.
it doesn't affect
You feel good.
I feel so much good.
You had talked about Isaiah. Isaiah what? I want us to
40:31.
read it before we end up, because we've come to 40:31. Let us read this because it has been a very encouraging story, and I want to leave you with this. We are ending our conversation here not because amemaliza or we have exhausted everything that you might want to tell you, but because of time. Is Isaiah 40:31 says, "But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint." Amen.
Thank you.
I feel good. Like, it's the best. Ebu ikue promise yako. Ebu ishikilie. That God who will make you walk and not faint is the same God that will put a baby in your womb and will bring it forth. And I feel you are an encouragement. Thank you so much for coming here. And yes, next time you're here, you'll come here with a baby. Nitakabeba nikaeke pale, and everybody should see, because it's very soon. And I also love the way you are encouraging people, and the way you are also participating in things that are relating to what you are going through, and that one also gives you so much. Ebu tuambie hizo organization in case someone there anataka kujua. Hata you can leave your number for people also maybe who would want to inquire you inbox. Ulisaidika aje, ni gaina mgani ulienda kwake, guide kindly. Tuambie hizo organizations and how they can reach you.
Okay, the organization, we have the Waiting Wombs Trust in Facebook, and also YouTube. You can watch the videos. You can hear the stories from other people. And we also have the endometriosis for those who are struggling with the painful periods. We have a group called Endometriosis, Facebook pia. And then you can also reach me on my number 0712 582889, or you can also reach me out on Facebook, Vinyongesa.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll put her contacts down there, and then you can reach out to her if you want to ask her, you want her to guide you through whatever she had gone through, and also you want to ask, how did you become this strong, and how are you happy and I'm not, and then she can guide you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for the comments that you have. There are very many. I just can't read all because of time, but I'll now start creating time to read your comments. And thank you so much. Write also a concern you would want to come on this show and share your story. Just write your name there and write everything. Thank you so much. I have been your host, Shiro Wangige. Until next time, bye-bye.